Hello, everyone. Good evening. We are today doing this webinar about digital business studies together with Anton Lachkov from Carnival Study in Krasnodar. Thank you, Anton, for giving us this opportunity. I will present myself. I am Anet Onoyan, originally from Armenia, but I've been living abroad in Europe for almost half of my life. I've also studied abroad in different countries in Europe, and for the past 5 years, I've been based in Barcelona, which is where I work at the EU Business School. EU Business School is a Swiss business school. It's from Switzerland. And we have campuses in 3 countries. So we are based in Spain, in Switzerland, and in Germany. Briefly, to explain what we will be discussing today, I will explain a little more in detail about EU Business School. We will go through the reasons why you should study digital business management. I'll explain a bit more about the programs, the career paths that you can take, our campuses, the requirements, our fees, and the career services and strategies for success, which is one of the most important aspects of studying at EU Business School. So briefly about EU, we have 5 campuses, which include our campus in Barcelona, in Geneva in Switzerland, and in Montrё, again in Switzerland. We also have a campus in Munich and online. So our online campus is considered as one of our full campuses. We are based in 3 countries, as I mentioned. We have over 100 nationalities, which makes us a very, very international business school. We actually were ranked as the most international business school in Europe. All of our programs are taught in English language, so there is no need to speak Spanish or German if you want to study in Spain or Germany. And we allow our students to transfer between campuses. So imagine studying a semester in Barcelona, a year in Germany. This is something that we believe really enriches the student experience of our students. We also offer dual degrees with renowned universities, and that includes universities from England, from the United States, China, Thailand. We have a really great network worldwide of partners. We offer state accredited degrees, which means that by studying at a business school, a private business school, you actually have an opportunity to also receive a state accredited university degree. And we offer career development support. That is our key to success, because thanks to this, we make sure that our students not only successfully study and gain their degrees, but they also go on and become successful leaders, managers, directors, and so on. Also, EU Business School is innovative and practical. EU was established in 1973, so it's a school that comes with tradition. Nevertheless, it's always in a process of innovation. If you check our programs, the way that we teach, the methodologies, you will see that EU actually is one of the business schools that offers some of the most innovative study methodologies. I'll show you a little bit in more detail further during the presentation. So the aim of this presentation is to tell you about digital business management. And when I say digital business management, I do not mean strictly just a program in digital business, but I mean every other profession that is included in digital business. That can be e-commerce, that can be digital marketing, blockchain, design, and so on. So why you should study? Why should you study digital business management? Because we are right now in the middle of the fourth industrial revolution, which is actually technological. Digital business models are on the rise due to COVID-19. That means that even businesses that were not digital before, very often businesses in the service sector are turning digital. They transition their services into virtual services and so on. So the scope is getting really much larger. Technology is present in every industry. So when you think of technology, it's not just tech companies. It's also hospitals that need technology. It's factories that need technology. Not only technology, by the way, in terms of machines and computers, but think about it as software, hardware, and all of that entire world of technology. It's basically everywhere, even in arts and culture. So even an artist that decides to make use of technology has higher chances to be visible to his audience than someone who doesn't use technology at all. Actually think about electronic music, that's also technology. Also, technology is the most powerful tool to solve problems. And living in the 21st century, we have some important issues to solve. And that's not only about these large scale issues, for example, water in Africa, hunger worldwide, or the environmental crisis that we are having. But think about it as also in every company, there is always room for innovation. And most of the times that happens through technology. So on every scale that you think and imagine, it's possible to come up with a new idea and create a solution through technology. I mentioned the revolution, industrial revolution. So within the past almost 3 centuries, we've had already 3, and we are now in the middle of the 4th. So if you pay attention, the first 3 are more or less resource-based, okay? There was coal, water, energy, and so on. The revolution that we are now experiencing is one which requires strong minds, and it's more kind of human-based, even though you might disagree with that, but we can go through it later. So while the previous revolution was about creating computers and electronics, all of these machines that allowed us to advance even more in the area of technological development, right now we're talking about the software behind all of these technological advancements. So, and not only software, of course, there is a huge world behind it. Machine learning, artificial intelligence, the cloud, the cyber physical systems. So basically, this is the right time to either start working in the field of technology or open your own company. If you have any ideas, this is your time for that. When we talk about technology and how it's changing the world, how it's shaping the world, and how everything will be automatic perhaps in the future, immediately people worry about technology replacing humans, which to some extent is true. That will of course be happening, and it's been happening since a long time. However, that's not entirely true, or at least not in our century. Why? Because, for example, according to a research done by Forbes, These are the 15 most important skills that companies are looking for. So this is the job market, and the companies are asking for these skills. Of course, they need people who are very good programmers, who are very good engineers, and so on. But the fact is, look at these skills. These are all soft skills. And out of the 15 skills, there are 2 that are hard skills. All the rest are soft skills. And these are not the skills that, you know, you learn or you have automatically by studying programming. You might be a great programmer, but you might be unable to create a company because you don't have the skills necessary for being a manager, for example. So all of that change and innovation and everything is not just happening because we have, simply because we have computers, but because we have great minds working with those computers. So let's trust more in the human factor. This is also one of the reasons why it's actually worth to study management in the area of digital business. So just to mention one thing, we all know Steve Jobs. He created Apple. Steve Jobs himself, he did not have technical education. He was not an engineer. He was not a programmer. He was just a genius. He had a good mind. He had a vision, and he wanted to change the world. And just look at the way that he did that. And what he said was that his model for business was the Beatles, the group, you know, the Beatles. And according to him, they were 4 guys that kept each other's negative tendencies in check. They balanced each other, and the total was greater than the sum of the parts. So he talked about not having the best software or the best computer, which helped him, I don't know, to create the empire that he did, but he's talking about teamwork. He's talking about creating with each other and helping each other to run his business, basically. Therefore, again, we can take this as a sign, a reason that managerial skills are actually important for being able to leverage any of your hard skills. So about our programs. Just to mention, in the next slides, I will only talk about our bachelor programs and the master programs, because that's where we have digital business related programs. However, we also have foundation, which is for those people who perhaps do not have a high level of English, or those who need a bridging to their bachelor's program or the master's. We also have summer schools and the winter school and language courses. All our academic programs, which are bachelor and masters, come with a dual degree, in some of the cases even 3 degrees. We mainly work with the University of Derby, the University of Roehampton, London, and the UCAM University in Spain. This is the reason why we are able to offer those state accredited degrees also. And as I mentioned earlier, we have a large network of partners worldwide. So you can even earn a dual degree with the University of the Pace University in New York, for example. About bachelor degrees, you can see that we have different kinds of programs. So we are a management school, we are a business school. So we teach how to do business in different areas. And one of those areas is the digital business. We have one bachelor program, which is digital business design and innovation. And through that program, our students can have quite a wide opportunities, yes, we can say so, that will help them to either open their company in this field or work for other companies in different areas. We can mention that later also. So our bachelor in digital business design and innovation comes with many subjects, of course. These are not all of the subjects that you can see here, but some of the most relevant ones. And you can see that, for example, when you do this bachelor's program, you have an opportunity to study digital leadership, innovation and design thinking, strategic management, data science, marketing, software for business, cases in digital entrepreneurship. This is interesting, by the way, because we make use of case studies. That's one of the methodologies that we use for teaching, meaning that the students have the chance to work with real cases. So there are businesses and they have to work with the cases of those specific businesses. We also teach entrepreneurship in digitalization, social media, digital transformation, and many other subjects that are relevant and important in this area of studies. Regarding the master's programs, here we have a few more programs. So in terms of bachelor's, we have one program, and in the master's we have, for example, digital business, innovation and digital entrepreneurship. And on the other side, you can see these are actually our master's programs that offer a degree in international business with a minor in design management, blockchain management, and digital business again. So just to go a little more into the subjects of the master's programs, for example, the Master in Innovation and Digital Entrepreneurship offers these subjects: new product development, strategic management of innovation, intellectual property, by the way, extremely important, customer-centric strategy. Remember all of those soft skills we saw? You can basically see most of those in these subjects. There is a lot of leadership being taught. There is a lot of managerial skills. By working in teams, you will learn how to manage your time, how to manage stress, how to face difficult situations, how to take decisions. All those case studies that you will be doing, those are specifically helpful for the decision making also. And of course, negotiation, among other subjects. Digital marketing strategies, crafting the digital business model, digital business design. These are some of the subjects of our Master in Digital Business. This is basically also a program that allows a wider scope of subjects, yes, in the field of this. I'm sorry, I have to manage my cat here. My apologies. So yes, in this program, you can see there are a little more subjects, but it's because we teach this program in 2 different campuses, and in each campus you get some of the subjects, and some of the subjects are not taught. But there comes e-commerce, digital economy ecosystem, entrepreneurship, startups, and so on. And this is one of our Master of Sciences program. These programs offer a dual degree with, with one of our partnering universities. Again, here you will learn many other managerial skills and subjects, not just digital business, including human resources, economics, design, architecture, and hotel design. This is one of the interesting subjects of the program. And we also have a very interesting master's program in blockchain management. By the way, these programs also come as an MBA. It's not only master's, but we also have MBA programs. So blockchain management is one of the most actual professions, and blockchain will be probably the future, especially in finance, as you can see, this program also offers very interesting subjects: blockchain and sustainable development, non-profit industry, cryptocurrencies, and so on. So which are the career paths? So here we will go through some examples of our alumni also who successfully started working or opened their companies. What are the jobs that you can have when you study digital business or related program? You can, for example, open your own startup. So you can become a CEO of a startup. You can work in any area of sales and marketing, because mostly sales and marketing nowadays is digital. You can become a product manager. Product managers are very, very much in demand nowadays. These are the people who understand marketing very well. They understand technology, and they help companies to know what the customer wants. And through their skills, which by the way, again, includes many, many soft skills, they help those companies to create the right product. Then you can also become a data manager, team leader, project manager, business analyst, and a technical account manager. My apologies. He never does this, and I don't understand why he decided to be so active now. I would like to show you some examples of our alumni. So you get an idea of where they work after finishing their studies. By the way, these people did not necessarily study one of our digital management programs. They can perfectly be some of our alumni from our MBA, from our Bachelor of Business Administration, or other professions. However, these are the people who have successfully created careers in the tech industry, and I wanted to show you a little bit the kind of paths you can have. For example, Christina Poluyanova, she's a customer success manager at Autodesk, which is quite a famous company. She's from Moscow. She studied at EU, and she's based in Barcelona. After studying here, she decided to stay and continue basically building her career in Barcelona. This man, Imro Rietveld, he is from the Netherlands, and he works as a senior technical program manager at Amazon. So, for example, perhaps you've never thought there was a specific profession called senior technical program manager. The thing is that the tech industry offers so many opportunities, and there is really a need for good managers. This man doesn't necessarily have to be a programmer again or an engineer, yet he holds a senior position at a company like Amazon. So again, I hope this gives you some inspiration to imagine yourself in the field of technology. Margarita is also our alumni, and she's also from Russia, from Saratov. She works as a team coordinator at IATA. Again, famous company, and this is in the field of air transportation. I think she's also based in Barcelona, if I'm not mistaken. Johannes Martini, he's a digital transformation manager. Again, another position that perhaps we haven't really imagined would exist 20 years ago. But this exists, and he works for Accenture. Again, you probably heard about this company. It's one of the largest in the world. And he's from Germany, again studied at EU and successfully is building his career in the area of digital business. Yekaterina Novoseltseva, she's also Russian and she's from St. Petersburg. She's also based in Barcelona. Again, she came to study and she decided to stay here. And she works as a chief marketing officer for a technological company. So basically, she is a marketing specialist and she works for a technological company. So she's building her career in the tech industry. Alexander Volkovsky, he's from Siberia, from Omsk. He works as a senior business analyst and supplier manager at HP. Again, I think also based in Barcelona, if I'm not mistaken. Well, we have other people based in other cities also, but I tried to bring here the examples which were more, probably a bit more relevant. We have, by the way, many other examples I can perhaps share with those who are interested. We could send an email with our little book of alumni, where you can see how our alumni, how our graduates build their careers after their studies. About our campuses. So we are based in Barcelona, Munich, Geneva, Montreux, and online. Regarding Barcelona, this is one of the liveliest cities in the world. It's a beach city. Barcelona is an amazing place to start a career in tech. Why? Because it has over 1,000 startups, and this is a city that attracts a lot of investment. So if your idea is to have a startup, to give life to some business idea, then Barcelona could be the perfect place for you. Here we have two buildings, and this is actually our largest campus. We have nearly 1,500 students in Barcelona. Munich is one of the most economically developed cities in Europe. For those who would like to have stability, perhaps also great opportunities for building their careers in the future, this is also a perfect choice. Germany is actually one of the most innovative countries in the world, and of course innovation always goes hand in hand with technology. We have nearly 700 students in this campus. The campus is centrally located. And as I mentioned already, this is a nice, safe and stable place to study and to build a career afterwards. Geneva. Geneva is the city which hosts some of the most important financial and economic, organizations, companies. For example, the headquarters of the United Nations is based in Geneva. And this is also a very international city, by the way. Almost half of the residents are from abroad. So it's perfectly possible to live and study there without speaking the local languages. Montreux is also this is our smallest campus. You can see the building, that's actually the campus. It was a mansion from the 18th century. We call it our boutique campus because we have less students here. There are about 6-7 students studying in each class. Montreux is also safe, small city, but with a very lively lifestyle, we can say so. It hosts the yearly jazz festival, not this year, unfortunately, but generally that's what happens every year in this city, and it attracts over 250,000 visitors. So yes, and by the way, also it's close to many ski resorts. So It's a great place again for nature lovers and those students who want a more exclusive study experience. Campus events. So studying is not just about reading books and learning information, yes, gaining information. Student life is something that we remember for the rest of our lives. So we make sure that our students can have an unforgettable one. We organize sports clubs, workshops with industry experts, master classes, charity events, company visits, thematic evenings, and exclusive conferences by world leaders. I'll show you a little more in detail that part, because again, some of these events are part of our teaching strategy. And of course, our last campus is our online campus. We can't miss this one out, because in a year like 2020, our online campus helped us a lot. We have very high rankings. Some of our programs, for example, our online MBA is ranked number 11 worldwide by QS. And we've been basically receiving really good rankings because it's one of the best online campuses you can find. It offers flexibility, so you can study online or combine it with on campus. Our campus is really well developed. It's constantly in a process of improvement and innovation. Those programs that are exclusively online, they have an opportunity, the students have an opportunity to go to campus visits. So you can have a week in Barcelona, a week in Geneva, and a week in Munich. We also offer dual degrees for our online programs. The blended methodology is a methodology that we've been offering since a long time, but as I mentioned, this year it's especially helpful. Thanks to this methodology, we are able to allow our students to start studying online and then move to campus, or the other way around. We say it's because the world is tangible plus digital. These are some of our partners that we work with. If you remember, I mentioned that by studying at the EU Business School, you can earn a dual degree, in some cases even 3 degrees. The network is pretty large. You can find it on our website, but these are just some of the examples. So which are the requirements? For the bachelor's, you can see we require an essay, some documentation like passport copy, photos. We also require 2 recommendation letters. These are very important. And your high school diploma. Regarding English, I want to mention that in case you do not have any tests done, like IELTS or TOEFL, you can actually do our internal English language test. And for the master's, it's more or less the same, only here we require a bit higher level of English and a resume. Some details about the tuition fees. On average, the bachelor's degree fees are 12,900 euros per year. Again, depending on the campus, the fees can be different. It's advised to always check. You can always ask our partners, Carnival Study. And I wanted to mention that we offer some scholarships to talented students. For example, you can earn up to 30% scholarship if you have very good grades, high level of English, and so on. It's possible to pay per semester, so it's not necessary to pay everything at once. However, if you decide to pay everything at once, you can receive a discount of 7%. So these are some perhaps relevant details. About the EU Business School, I'd like to also mention that we have some really good international rankings. We have 4 stars by the QS stars, and this is a true sign of high quality education. We are named as one of the best business schools for girls because we create equal opportunities for everyone. This EU is a great place to study both for boys and for girls. Our students are international. 30% come from Europe, 20% come from CIS countries, for example, Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, Kazakhstan, and so on. And they also go on to build international careers. So you can see that having an international degree as compared to some local, university in a local language, this way actually opens many doors because you have an opportunity to literally live everywhere you choose, because the degree is recognized worldwide and it's an international study. So when they teach you a case of business management, it's not going to be always cases from the country where you're studying, but it can be a case from Australia, from the United States. So you're learning how to do business globally. Our alumni, one thing I'd like to mention is that by statistics, our students either open their businesses within 6 months after graduation or find employment, and usually they are really well paid. Why? Because our degrees are recognized by companies, and they always give preference to business studies, for example, an MBA or a Bachelor of Business Administration when it comes to working in the business world. And our accreditations. So these are some of the accreditations we have. The first two you can see are two of the most important international accreditations in the field of business education. And I can't, of course, miss out our career services. So thanks to our career services, it becomes possible for our students to go on and build their future careers, because not only they are just students who earn a degree, but upon graduation, they are people who have done so many presentations, who have had seminars, company visits, and so on. And all of these activities are organized by our career services. So what do? They teach our students how to build their personal brand. They help with successful, job search, recruitment processes, networking, interviews, the CV and cover letter, and they offer also individual consultations. In addition, we do have a career fair every year where we invite many companies. They come to meet our students. Most of the times our students find internships or jobs directly at these fairs. You can see here some of the companies that are collaborating with us. The banks, retail, tech, automobiles, many companies actually. We are very proud of our business networks. So here just some of the examples: Travel Click, Sell by Tel, Accenture, Bloomberg, HP, Nestle, the United Nations. We have graduates who work at the United Nations, by the way, in Switzerland. And besides the companies, of course, there comes this part, which is extremely important. We invite world famous leaders who come and give seminars to our students. So they share their expertise with our students. Let's say Jean-Claude Biver, you can see he's the president of the Louis Vuitton Group. And a few times a year, he gives seminars to our students. And now not only physically, but even even virtually. So the opportunity is not lost. These are our learning from leader sessions. So the way that we organize now for these people to be able to give lectures, seminars, conferences to our students. You can see here the country director of Google, Belgium and Luxembourg, Thierry Geert. By the way, he gave a really, really nice speech about digital businesses, and he even wrote a book which is called Digitalis. Very interesting. And imagine learning from this kind of people. So you're going to university to gain a degree, but you are not limited to simply reading information on the internet or in books. You are actually given an opportunity to connect with this kind of leaders, with this kind of people who are teaching their own expertise directly to you. On the right, you can see the Chief Operations Officer of the Manchester United, by the way, the football club. He was also our alumni, Omar Berrada. We also arrange, organize guest speakers. Again, these are people who have their companies. They are directors, CEOs, managers. They come to teach our students how they manage their companies. And the company visits, of course. It's one thing to tell you how a company operates. Another thing is when you see it with your own eyes. Our students have great opportunities to go to all of these companies like Tesla, HP, the airport of Munich, and directly in these companies and organizations, they learn how the operations are done, the marketing, and many other managerial areas of those organizations. The Talent Day. This is the career fair that we talked about, that I mentioned earlier. And this is where you have an opportunity to meet with your future employer. And we also have a special platform where our students are able to look for jobs. So we place job opportunities here and the students can apply directly. Lastly, it's our Alumni Hub. This is the platform where our students connect after they graduate. So when you finish studying at the EU Business School, it doesn't end there. You have an opportunity to connect with all the other alumni of the EU Business School, and very often they help each other to set up businesses, to learn, to teach, give each other advice and recommendations. Basically, we almost finished with the presentation. I would just like to mention one last thing, is that EU Business School is not just a business school where you learn things. I think you already noticed that from this presentation, but it's a place where we really take care of your future. We have a variety of programs. We enable our students to network by connecting to all of these companies and leaders, and we actually care. EU cares. We help our students with every area, every aspect of their study experience, be it accommodation, visas, throughout the studies, and so on. So this is it with the presentation. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact our partners, Anton Lachkov at Carnival Study or me. And I wish you the best. Thank you for watching the presentation. Bye-bye.